Hello everyone, my name is Callior. I bring to you every week the latest news related to Bloodhunt and everything around it, and I help explain the news in a way to better understand what is going on. For posterity, archival, and recording purposes, it is currently Sunday, January 22nd, and it's currently 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It has been 271 days since the release of Bloodhunt, and currently activated in-game is the permanent Nemesis Pass. Now, why is there, why currently are you Sunday? Well, that's because yesterday we had technical difficulties. That was not fun. So yeah, that's unfortunately a thing that happened. Had some problems with the internet, so ended up canceling the stream. Ended up canceling the big giveaway I was planning to do. So yeah, we're 1 day off, and I still want to make sure that I've got this happening. So far, internet issues have seemed to be okay for now. We're gonna see. We're gonna hope that all connection problems are gonna be good for next weekend, where I'm going to be moving that big giveaway as well. We're gonna talk about this in a second. We are recording this live on Twitch currently. Normally, it's every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. That's been the staple that I've been the time frame that I've been doing this since I started sometime in summer 2022. If you're live, feel free to ask questions in the chat. And as a reminder and disclosure, I am not a game dev. I am not bound by an NDA, but I will do the best to explain the news with some reasonable assumptions and just kind of general knowledge. The topics for today are going to be, well, of course, Twitch drops, free things and giveaways, game updates, we're going to talk just a little bit about feedback. We're going to talk about the learnings article, and then touch on some more Bloodhunt related news, and a word on tournaments and events inside the Bloodhunt community. But first, if you haven't, please give me a follow, even if you're not going to turn on notifications. It would mean a lot to me. I stream very casually during the week, or whenever I feel like it, or whenever I can, whenever I'm not dying at the hospital, apparently. It's mostly about Bloodhunt, but I'm going to be playing, you're going to catch me play other games, so join in, let me know if that's the kind of content you'd like to see from me. It's always content that I'm interested to show you or let you know of. But yes, throughout 2023, Bloodhunt is going to be my main streaming thing. Just expect other stuff. I normally do giveaways for Bloodhunt whenever I'm playing Bloodhunt, such as right after the recording of this show, I will give out a purple pain outfit code. And yes, normally I was supposed to do a giveaway, a bunch of things to celebrate the fact that my channel has reached 250 followers during the holidays, and also to kind of compensate the fact that during the holidays, my holidays didn't go exactly as planned. I was planning to give out a bunch of other things, so I'm now just like compounding all of them into one big giant giveaway, and that's gonna be next Saturday. So yeah, things didn't go as planned. Sometimes we gotta compensate, we gotta go with what we have. So yeah, let's get ready, let's jump in. Sorry, that was very loud, and I didn't even test the thing, so that sounded electronic-y, I guess. So the first thing that we're going to mention, of course, let me highlight my message and post the links in chat as I usually do. The Twitch drop of the week is the Extraterrestrial makeup. There you go. You can see it a little bit better that way. That is the Twitch drop currently of the week. You can go watch one of the 100 Bloodhunt streamers that have been tagged to give out the drop when you're watching them for a total of 60 minutes of viewing. Contrarily to last week, which was 30 minutes, that was a mistake. Just a little clerical error. That we're back to 60 minutes as we usually do for a regular drop. Although this time we decided to go with a different approach this time. Usually, like in the last few times, we've gone with the top 100 streamers in terms of how many hours that the person has been streaming Bloodhunt, put them in order from the person that streamed the most to lowest, and then we take the top 100 of that and they get tagged. This week, however, it was a little different. We went into watch time. So a person that has many people watching their channel while they were playing Bloodhunt, these people got at the top of the list instead, and we went down from that list. So a little different thing, a little different approach that we have this week going on with this. If you are a content creator who is a part of the inner circle, please go inside the Discord for Bloodhunt, and we're having a little dialogue about this, about how maybe we might want to switch around how the drops work in the future. We're having a dialogue with a bunch of ideas on how maybe we should approach this in the future. Go come and say your word. I will just put it in there in the chat. Here is the link to the Bloodhunt Discord if you're not already part of it. And this is the list of the 100 streamers that have drops activated. Usually you can find them if you go on Twitch in the Bloodhunt category, and they will have drops in their title, which I just realized I completely forgot to put on my stream as well. So I'm just gonna fix that. So right now, people that are currently watching this new stream, if you don't already have it, and you should already know about this, we make sure that we advertise that we have drops on our channel. I've been having drops on my channel ever since it was given to me sometime around the summer, and I have never missed the opportunity to have drops on my channel. I had those ever since. So yeah, be sure that when I'm streaming Bloodhunt, you're gonna get the latest drops. The upcoming Twitch drops, if you don't already know, I'm gonna keep repeating this as usual. If you go on the Bloodhunt website, you can scroll down and you can see all the drops that are incoming. We've got some eyewear, we've got some mask, but that's an eye patch, we've got an outfit, and we've got some makeup to look forward to that is going to tide us up until February 24th. So still several weeks of drops still, of really good drops, really good cosmetics that we've got there. So yeah, you can look forward to that in the future. In terms of free things and giveaways, if you don't already know, again, it's a bit of a repeating, but I want to make sure that everyone has their chance of getting this. There is the Oh Dear mask that you have up until February 1st to go claim. You go on the Bloodhunt website, you log inside your profile, and you enter this code right here that is on screen. So you've got the link right there. If you want to click it, open all of this up. That's what you got to do to claim the mask. You have up until February 1st to go claim it. And now we got a little surprise this Saturday to celebrate the Year of the Rabbit. We received an outfit here called Alectrona's Shroud. Oh yes, I completely forgot. Let's fire up my Bloodhunt in the meantime, because I want to do a little display of this for you. Yes, it is here, a legendary outfit. You've got a code here to redeem it. Again, same thing. Log inside your account on bloodhunt.com. This one is available for everyone up until February 15th. So, yeah, go claim it. Free outfit. Really good. I have to, there's a disclaimer on it that this outfit is for female bodies only. Alectrona, why is it called Alectrona Shroud? Well, Alectrona, if you don't already know, it is the Greek goddess of the sun, which, you know, for vampires, wearing the attire of a goddess of the sun is kind of, you know, ironic and all of that. So let me go. Let me show you currently my character in the outfits, in the customization. This is what it looks like, and I was looking at other masks to go with. We've got masks that are a part of the current battle pass. We've got the Eternal Tormentor, the Homeric Nod that was a part of the Halloween pass, is also very good. Got the Personal Vendetta mask that maybe you can make work. Here is the Poltergeist mask that is a part of the current battle pass that is on the picture. The Tongue-Tied mask here has some hints of yellow to it that can also go very well with it. But my favorite is again from the Noir battle pass that we had. We got the Veiled Vulture mask here that I think goes very, very well with it. So we've got a few customization. There's plenty of other customization options. Some people are going to come up with some crazy screenshots. I am definitely sure of this. Yeah, so that's pretty good. We appreciate free things. We appreciate like a really good, nice looking outfit such as this one. It is pretty pog, as some people say, as the youth says. So that's good enough for this. So yes, my own giveaway that I was supposed to do. Oops, it doesn't necessarily look good on the stream. So let me change this. So the current giveaway that I was supposed to do on Saturday, January 21st. Well, of course, like I said, it didn't happen because of technical issues. So I am postponing it to next Saturday, January 28th. It's gonna be the same thing after my news recap. Gonna do a little celebration, and I'm gonna be giving those out. There's gonna be PlayStation Store cards, some Steam cards. I'm gonna be giving out the purple pain outfit. I'm gonna be giving 10 out of those. And to compensate everyone that got pretty hype and decided to follow because of the announcement and because of the Techno Demon mask, I want to make sure that I compensate people if people had, you know, took their some time slots, took some time, reserved some time to come to see my stream. I absolutely don't want to make sure that I'm not giving the impression that I'm scamming anyone out of checking out my channel and following me. So I used to have to say that I was going to give out 2 Techno Demon masks. I'm throwing in another code in there just to compensate, just to make sure that, you know, I tend to give a certain level of quality, and also I'm promising that I'm doing something. I'm gonna actually pull through. You know, I'm not gonna. I don't know why it happens. It happens to me so often. I try to plan something on stream, and then something goes on the way, and then it never happens. So let's hope that what's happening next Saturday is actually still going to happen. So, yes, it is the 28th. Okay, good. So, just making sure, just to be sure. So yes, I'm going to be, right now, if you're currently watching this live, I haven't posted about it yet. I've just said that it was going to be postponed. But I will tweet about this. I will tweet this picture out later on, so it can be properly promoted and all this. So again, my apologies, technical difficulties. What can you do? So anyway, here's Wonderwall. Moving on to game updates. Like we knew that it was going to be happening. We were warned about this last week. The week that just happened was a week of changes to the matchmaking and different options, different variables inside of the game of Bloodhunt. that we're going to be testing on and off just to see. The objective was to improve the overall gaming experience, and we had several changes that happened throughout the week. So we're going to look at that. So on January 16th, they let us know that they were doing some changes to the matchmaking, basically the skill-based matchmaking system. Some changes were going to be there. Were going to be done to like in the day, and it was changes in the background. So there was no update to do in a client, no patch to add to the game. On the next day, oops. Yes, there we go. On the following day, on the 17th, oops. Yes, on the 17th, they let us know that they reverted the changes to the skill-based matchmaking system. And instead, we've got crossplay for solos to be set default to on, and bots removed in TDM. That's what happened the next day. On the following day, on Wednesday, the 18th, they let us know that they were combining the changes that they did on Monday and Tuesday. So changes to skill-based matchmaking, crossplay in solos, no bots in TDM, combining all those effects together and seeing what's the reaction from the community. Again, the end goal is to improve the game experience of everyone. I know that there's people that want some other things to be changed in game, but that was the focus of the testing of the week. And then they were letting us know, okay, it's Wednesday. On Friday, we're going to give you another update and another change. We're looking at what's happening with the game. So, I like that. There we go. Whoops. There we go. I did that the wrong way. Gave me an error. So on the Friday, they told us we make some additional changes to the matchmaking settings in the game configuration. The changes we have had for the past 2 days will stay, but we will also modify region expansion settings for the solo and duo game modes. The goal is to improve the match quality. We will evaluate our findings based on your feedback and our data, and inform you of any future changes. The aforementioned changes will stay until Monday at 1 a.m. Pacific time next week. So this is the little tricky thing that they added is we modified our region expansion settings. So that can mean many things. As Cloud Strife took a day off from being in the new Final Fantasy game, he asked like increase or decrease region expansion, and they just said the region expansion has been adjusted for the overall goal to improve match quality. Please feel free to report our experiences when this has gone live. So region expansion settings, what that usually means is, for example, the setting that we know is that after 2 minutes of waiting in queue, if there's not enough people that are inside your queue, you will be the matchmaker will search for other people inside a bigger bigger area of search of Bloodhunt players. So let's say if I'm in East Coast NA, I don't find any people, then it's gonna, like, after 2 minutes, it's going to expand. It's gonna look like, okay, outside of my region. It's gonna look at West Coast. It may even look at Europe to some extent. I don't know exactly how it works, but it starts looking inside your region, and then at some point it expands. Now, the region expansion settings, they didn't want to say if they were increasing or decreasing. So maybe the wait time. This is an example. Maybe it's the wait time that they decided to shorten. So you don't have to wait 2 minutes. Maybe after 1 minute, if it can't find people, it's going to look for people in other regions. So get into games faster with other people, quicker. It could be that it decided to um, not let it at 2 minutes, but like make it wait a little bit longer. So at least it's gonna make you wait until you find some people that are inside your region. So at least your server is going to be more local, so less lag. But you're gonna find more people inside your region. They didn't say. They obviously like with the response that they gave there, they didn't say exactly what was the detail. Because if you're taking it like from their point of view, it's kind of like, no, don't worry what we did. We made some changes. You let us know if the experience, if your gaming experience was better or was not. Okay, that's the kind of feedback we want. We don't want you to know, like, don't worry about what we're doing in the background. Play the game, let us know, is your gaming experience better or worse? That was the whole point of actually the entire week. It's just, we've made some changes, let us know, like off the cuff. You don't need to go like to like give us a big like deep cut detailed explanation of how you feel about the games, about the changes that we've made for your matches. We want to know, does it feel just in general like it's a good like the changes we made have made your game experiences better or not? That was the point. So keep in mind with this, the changes are there until Monday. So currently it is Saturday. You only have like you only have a few hours, actually less than 12 hours to go test out those changes. So yeah, I hope that you've been playing the game, and then go give feedback. Go inside the Discord. There is a channel there to go give your feedback. You can post it on Twitter as well. They said that they were going to follow, like in response to their tweets. They're looking at the replies on Twitter, but also there's a feedback channel on the Bloodhunt Discord. Again, let me put it here. If you're not already a part of the Discord, they're going to look into this. You don't necessarily need to go into the conversation that everyone's putting there inside the Discord channel. You can just go in there, make it quick, make it concise. Like I said, don't need a whole deep cut. You just need to go like, oh, it's been good, I've tried solos, or it's been bad for me. TDM without bots, has it been good? Or like, so here's the points of the things that they want feedback on, because that's what they've been testing. How have the games been this week? How is TDM without bots? How are solos with crossplay on? And how were the queue times for like all of the queues that you've been in? Like they were like they've been focusing more specifically on solo, duo, and TDM. Trios is its own animal. But yeah, like focus on those four things, because that's what they made changes to. Like, how were the games? You don't, like I said, like in the feedback thread on Discord, you don't need to have discussions about everyone. You can just like post your feedback there and then just be done with it. There's some people that are having ongoing, very long, drawn out discussions, more or less interesting, more or less like things that you might feel are interesting or relevant. So far, from what I've seen, the changes seem to have been very welcome for a majority of players on my end. That's what I've been seeing. And right now, like I said, like in the feedback channel, there's been a lot of people that have been discussing or arguing about changes that they'd like to see in the game that are not relevant to this. So maybe you can assume that maybe those changes that have been happening this week are good because they're talking about something else that's completely different. You can also post like other things inside the feedback channel. It's just that currently they're looking at this, and then that's the next part. They said, depending on the feedback that they're getting from the players, they're going to decide what they're going to do with that. Like, are they going to do something like directly about this, like in the incoming week? will they apply some of those changes? Will some of them be kept? Will some of them be not kept? Will some of them need to go, like, will the devs need to go back in the workshop, figure out some new ideas, some new improvements? Maybe they're going to let us know, hey, not this week, maybe the following week, we've got some new options, we've tweaked some new things. Let's do another week of testing a few things just to improve everyone's gaming experience, the matchmaking experience, based on the feedback that you gave us. Like they keep saying all this time, this is based on your feedback and also player behavior, because it's not everyone that wants to give feedback, but they're looking at what people are doing, when they're logging, when they're playing, if they're playing just a couple of games and log in, if they're like staying there for a few hours, and all of this. So yeah, next week we're gonna be like waiting for an answer from them about this, just to see what's going to happen. But for this to make any sense, you got to make sure that you give your feedback. Okay, there was one case, like I gotta touch on this for a second, and let me change the screen for a second, because that's been a little while that we've been having this. So I want to touch on the fact that not just for this specifically, not just the matchmaking changes that they've been doing, but if you're having issues with the game, make sure you take the time to report them. Like, I know it's not a thing that everyone wants to do, but there's people in the community that have been complaining about some issues inside the game, and the devs have been saying, you know, only a few of you have been reporting these issues that you're talking about. We've got them logged. But when it comes to like all the things that we have, like all our lists, the priorities of things that need to be either fixed or improved or added to the game, when we put them in a list of priority of what takes, and also the time and effort and resources it takes to get all of those things done, when we put them in an order of priority, and it's always changing. Like some other things are taking priority over the little handful of people that have been reporting these issues. However, if we get more reports and logs from the community letting us know that they also have the same issues as you, then of course you get more people talking about it and get more reports and all this, it's gonna get bumped up in the priority list, of course at the expense of other stuff. Example, Warden, the Warden archetype, it should have been out, it should have been like in our hands like months ago, but they suddenly had to shift priorities because some other stuff took over, some bug fixes, some things about like the big rig and all the other stuff that that have been happening, like they've been working on for months and months. Warden was already in heavy testing and it got pushed back because of things. So they are changing their list of priorities all the time. So just want to make sure that everybody knows that feedback really makes the game go round. If you're just sitting on your end, complaining about things on Twitter, and not actually reporting things to the devs are not gonna know about it, and they're not gonna and they need tangible stuff. Okay, even if you just open a ticket with them to say like, hey, I've got this weird glitch, at least they're gonna start a conversation with you to let you know, like, okay, here's what you can give us for that glitch. Here's the info that we kind of need to figure out exactly, is that a real thing? Is that a you thing? And there's another kind of philosophy where people are saying like, well, if there's a bug in the game, the devs should know about this. Why should I be the person to let them know about this? Well, it's because they don't have your setup. They don't have your setup in their office. They can't really test out anything if they don't have like the correct things, because as far as they know, like, yeah, they've got some things that they're testing out on their end. The game works to a certain amount of things. I'm sure that they've got some bugs that they know of, and they are listed, and they are in their list of things to fix. And because a video game, that's what they usually have. Like sometimes you put out a patch and you know that there's some bugs, and they're going like, there's some bugs that we can live with. If people feel that those bugs are super important to fix, yeah, we're gonna bump them up in the priority list to fix. Sometimes it's just like some of those things, like, unfortunately not as important, we're gonna put them at the bottom. It happens. It goes from some bugs, fixes, improvements, and all of that stuff. Such as, you know, when you're looking at your menus and you've got the little red dots to let you know that there's a new item. I believe before even the summer, the then game director was agreeing with us on Twitter, saying like, yeah, this is really annoying. Fortunately, some things have to come first before we look into that to go get that fixed. And it's still not fixed. It's just letting you know exactly what's, you know, giving you a little taste of what's going on, okay? So, yeah, make sure that you've got, that you're giving out the feedback to the devs, if you muster the will to do it. There you go. That's the link for Shark Mob support. I mean, there's also articles in there. You might have some bugs that are easily fixed, or that there's already like a fix to them, and you can find them on the website. You just gotta look into it, okay? So, that being said, sorry to be a little bit preachy about feedback, but they've always been very, very clear in their communications with the community. If you don't give us feedback, we can't imagine a solution or a problem where there isn't one. So, that being said, hold on. Let's switch screens again, and let's take a little swig because I've been talking a lot. By the way, I'm currently recording, but thank you for all the new people that came in the channel while I was recording. I appreciate everyone. There we go. So that was the support website, and now we come to the article that we had been expecting to get. The December update learnings article, and we're going to go into this now. If you are new to my channel or new to my news recap, you should know that I always take the time to read all of those articles word per word, or at least the majority of them, because I know that a lot of people don't necessarily take the time to do it. So I read everything. We're gonna see what we can get from what they're writing. I've seen some good takes. I've already seen some bad takes on what's been written in there. So let's go have a stab at this. First and foremost, what to say, that image here in the header, just want to showcase the fact that this guy right here, he's wearing the mask. If some people like remember, it's for it. By the way, the image is called Summer Update Trailer. That is from the Summer Update. Yeah, remember this mask? Remember this mask? We still don't have it. Reminder that we still don't have this exact mask inside the game, or at least it's not available to us yet. So just another time that something's been in our face and we still don't have it yet. So, I don't know, maybe we're gonna get that at some point. It'd be interesting. Anyways, okay. Getting back to it. So let's take a look at this. So I hope you're sitting down. I hope you got some snacks. We're gonna go through this. Salutations, Bloodhunt fans, and welcome to the first learnings article of 2023. We hope that you had a great holiday experience, and we wish you all a wonderful year. Thank you. Bloodhunt ended 2022 with probably our largest update so far in terms of content and features. It came with a jam-packed 100-tier battle pass, a new archetype, a specialized new weapon, and a ton of other things, including fixes and improvement for the gamepad. Judging by the many positive ratings in the survey and by all the metrics from data such as daily active users, comments across multiple channels, and so forth, the December update was a solid overall improvement. I think we can all agree, even though you might have some things and you might have some qualms about certain things about the game, we can all agree that this update was a big W. And that was the update also where well, no, that wasn't the update that did it, but I already did it. But you know, the Steam ratings for the game have been like, you know, really putting the game in a good position. Exactly, Markrai. Giga W. Looking at at the initial first weeks after the December update launch, we are happy to see that to an extent we have broken the negative trend in how many players are active in the game. Even if it's not a large increase, we are happy to see this as it confirms that we are heading in the right direction. Exactly. Hello, Bez. Meeting expectations. The spirits in the core vampire crew are high, but one of the important considerations we must be clear about is that we will need to prioritize and answer the question: how can we get the most yield for most of our players with our current capacity? That is a very, very interesting question. How much can we get that's going to satisfy everyone with the capacity that we have now? Capacity of the game, capacity of the crew. Capacity of the crew, we still have to see that, and they probably, to some extent, they still have to see that because they're a new team. They're starting. I've been saying this for the last few weeks. They're a new team. They're trying to figure out how exactly they're going to work together, what's the pace of things, how they're going to do, what they've been doing this week with all the matchmaking changes. That's been a good indicator of here's a few things that we can do on the fly without putting out an update or a patch. It's something that we can do on our end in the background with the game client, and we can just go and fix a few things and see if we can improve the game, in a little ninja approach, hardcore ninja gang going okay, let's do some things, let's just make sure you give us our feedback. We're gonna see if there's some things that we can do on the fly right now to make sure that your gaming experience is the best that we can do for now with what we've got. So that was already a good how can I say, a goodwill kind of show on their end. And I'm like I said, I'm waiting to see what they're going to say about that. Anyways, to answer that question, we turn to what our players want. And in the recent December survey especially, most of you have highlighted that there are not enough players playing the game. Some of you also mentioned that you're still waiting too long to get into a match. 2 points, okay? They're already saying that is number one point. Not enough players playing the game. Number 1, 2, takes too long to get into a match. This of course leads to a list of side effects such as lower number of players versus bots for solos and duos, as well as TDM particularly. It would seem obvious that we need more players. It would seem obvious. Basically saying, of course you would think that. From your point of view, we get it. You would think that we probably just need more players and that's it. Markrai, come on. What about advertising the game more? That is something that has been the big question that we've been talking. I myself have been asking for a while. So it's not a surprise that some of you in the community have suggested that we should spend more time on getting additional players into the game and promote it heavily again. While advertising does bring in more new players, we can see that new players usually don't stay for long due to the difficulty of the matches that they face. Once we added bots, we saw these numbers increase, as a newer player has a longer chance of survivability. But even with this, we need to have more new players staying for longer, which leads us to believe that more work is needed to be done to improve the overall quality of the game. So, The important thing to remember in this paragraph, like first and foremost, do we need more advertising in the game? They are not disagreeing. They are not disagreeing that we need more advertising. They just, my theory while reading this is saying, right, they want to do an advertising push, but if they're going to do it, they want to make sure that it's going to be worthwhile. Probably also because of cost effectiveness and maybe resources. Like we're gonna put some resources into making an advertising push. We need to make it worthwhile. Like we need a return on our investment in advertising in terms of like having players stay. So at least that's the way that I'm reading this. That's the way I'm perceiving this. You might see it in a different way. They're just like, before we do this, we need to do more things. Because it's still the same situation as we've discussed many months previously. If you were in Combat Glue's streams when he was talking about the game and people were asking like, how about we bring in Xbox? How about we bring in like more stuff, put the game on Epic Game Store, like not just Steam? How about like we put it like more, we're gonna get more people in. The thing is, yes, we'd get more people in, but also we'd get a lot more people going out, not staying long. What we need to do, what they're saying here is just, we need to make sure that if we're gonna get more players in, they're gonna have like their first gaming experience of Bloodhunt. We need to show them that it's not just a game that you play for a week, a weekend, or a week or two, and then you're done. You want to, like, there's more stuff for you to do. And right now, they're just like, overall quality, we still need to do some things because they see the numbers on their end. Even though we're seeing, like, more people playing the game, and that's good to see, and we're very happy about that. It's still more people playing the game, but still a proportionally still the same kind of amount of people leaving. That's not good. So, how can we get players to stay longer? As we mentioned, introducing bots to the game was one way of mitigating the issue. They help with improving the fun factor and significantly reduce the waiting times. But, because there are more bots than players in most matches, the gameplay experience can be a bit predictable for some, especially in the long run. Again, not to completely crap on the fact that they added bots or the usefulness of bots. What we've been seeing, like the number of players that have been coming inside the game, has been since they added the bots. Again, saying the whole thing, the whole argument of like, when are you going to remove bots? Maybe in Team Deathmatch. Team Deathmatch didn't seem to be probably the most significant place to add bots. Maybe they can only add the bots to backfill teams. That's the thing that I've seen in the feedback section. Just add the whole thing of adding bots whenever you've got unbalanced teams. Where people disconnect and then at the start of the game, like the teams are unbalanced. Then fill in with bots. Can you do this? That would be a good idea. But still, the whole thing of people going like, can you remove bots from all the matches? That's the thing that they have to look into. The fact still is that including the bots got us more players inside the game. Absolutely, 100%. That is an undeniable fact. Some people have been asking for queues, like can I have my queue without bots? Can I have the option to change it without bots? We're getting to the point where we're back to the discussion of like, again, splitting the community again in different queues. Is this viable? Is this good? That's why they decided to open crossplay for solos and see what's the player behavior with this. We're gonna see. Hold on, I need a swig. They continue. Recently, we made changes to our matchmaking settings to alleviate these issues, partially by getting more players into each match and fewer bots. After having spent a week making configuration changes and monitoring feedback, we will evaluate what worked best to hopefully keep more players around. Exactly. I have nothing to add to that. That is exactly like what I was saying. Sorry. Additional actions. The most common feedback many of you gave us was that there were not enough updates with interesting enough features and content that you don't feel rewarded enough to keep playing. Issue number 3. Like, again, like the major points that are coming from the December update feedback. Thing number 3. To address this, we did a bunch of... Stop it, progress. To address this, we did a bunch of UX UI changes, including additions of pop-up messages in game when you complete daily challenges to display your accomplishments more clearly. In the next update, by the way, like this is, I don't think that anyone's said anything negative about those pop-up messages. All the changes that they did to UX UI have been top-notch. Like, I'd say like 95% of the time of the stuff that I've seen. Like, it's been like really, really good. Haven't heard any complaints. In the next update, we're also adding a new feature that rewards your displays of in-game skill by granting you some spiffy-looking medals. This feature comes in with the next update that is due to be released soon. Next update is due to be released soon. Released soon. Next update soon. Soon update soon. Soon update. By the way, update soon. What? I know. What? When is it? It's soon. It's soon, Mokrai. It's soon. Have you seen this? It's written there. Oh, by the way, have you noticed the Nemesis Pass that we said is a permanent pass? Ever since they announced this, it doesn't have a timer. Probably because it is a permanent pass. I know. Surprising. Enhanced ASMR edition? Yeah, I can get you more of that, buddy. So, yeah. Medals, when it comes to the point, the thing about like medals, spiffy looking medals. So we have a picture here where we see a double takedown medal, 2 rapid takedowns. Okay. Now last time I recorded this, I was saying that it's possible that it's just like, you know, what are those medals? They might be just displays just to let you know, because there's a lot of frantic game that's happening when you're playing. Like, it's just like frantic battles and all that kind of stuff. You don't necessarily get to appreciate that you're doing something. We've seen this in other games. There are other like online games that give you medals all the time. They're flashing through your screen to let you know when you're doing something great. It's good. It celebrates that you're actually doing something good. You know, it makes you feel good about the way that you're playing. That's great. At the lowest level of expectation, we can say that it's just that. Just medals flashing on the screen. You feel good about it. Get your serotonin in. Hey, you did a good thing. Maybe, and it doesn't say it, maybe it's going to be tied to maybe like like maybe some achievements or the whole section. Maybe a whole section, because I keep wondering if we're gonna get like a new sections of things to grind for. Maybe we're gonna have that in the game. We don't know. I'm hoping for it. Like maybe like get 40 double takedowns and then you get a new icon. You get this icon or something like that. That is one thing that is interesting to see. On top of that, we're also adding a new weapon to Bloodhunt. This time around, it will be a ranged rifle with a new unique mechanic that will be quite useful for hunting anarchs. More about that in the future, and we are looking forward to hearing what you think about the next update once we share the patch notes. Patch notes. We have great ambitions, and we will continue doing our best to realize them, while at the same time We are being realistic with what we can create and continue to be careful so that we do not overpromise. So, few things here. New weapon in Bloodhunt. So, if we're looking at this screenshot, some people have noticed that this weapon looks like an AK, but it's not an AK. Also, if I can go down here, I don't know, maybe switch this around or actually like get the picture maybe. You can look at this picture here. That is not an AK. That is not an AK. Also, having a little infinite symbol here. What is this? Buenas noches. Yes, and also the two is the rifle. I don't know. It's too little. I can't tell. Some people have been asking about the achievement, but it's an already existing achievement that we have here. So there's no speculation about this. Hello, Far. So yes. First of all, new weapon. Hello. I want to mention to everyone that is not the only ranged weapon that they have in store. We had an ambassador in his video about the December update that they said he said they were working on other ranged weapons. Things coming in the future. So yes, have to take this sentence also here into consideration. They will still try to do the best while at the same time being realistic about basically their capacity as a team, of the output that they can give us for new content, and make sure that they don't overpromise, because sometimes if you promise more than you can, then you're stuck and then you have issues that start to pile up because you promise too much. So, yes, so they will still continue with a careful approach, but we're also going to see what this core vampire crew, what they're able to do. Okay, and they're also, like I said, they're probably also figuring that out for themselves. And now they're introducing two members of the CVC, Mike and Axel. I'm sorry, Mike and Axel. I personally, for the purposes of this news recap, I'm going to be skimming over their part over here. And I'm going to go here to the conclusion. The core vampire crew has been hard at work and spent quite a bit of work already on the next update. In it, we are adding a new weapon, in-game medals, fixing more bugs, and some more things that we will reveal in the upcoming patch notes headed your way very soon. Okay, now when we say very soon, okay, very soon, the very soon part, keep in mind, in this article, they've been talking about the changes that they've been making this week. This isn't an article that has been written for like 2 weeks and that had to be like digested, regested, rewritten, and all of that kind of stuff. No, this is a really, I think this is probably the freshest article that they've ever given us. Like with stuff, you know, that you know, they're talking about the things that happened this week, and we're not even done with this week, like so far. So when they're saying like very soon, this time I'm actually like believing them in it. Like, I don't think it would be too unexpected to say that basically I'm gonna keep myself like, I'm always keeping my eyes on the Bloodhunt account, but I will be keeping like close attention on the Bloodhunt Discord and on the Bloodhunt Twitter, because at this point I'm just thinking it could happen at any point right now in the future. I just hit my fingers on something. Isn't the learnings article usually 1 week before the patch? Well, CFAR, here's the thing. Every time that I've tried to predict something about Bloodhunt and about the dev team, with their usual behavior. Okay, it happened, this kind of behavior happened twice. I'm just like, okay, at this point, it's a habit, and it's absolutely not. You couldn't, like, it would make sense to expect that because they did that twice. It's going to continue happening. However, it happened to me many times over the course of fall and winter that they've decided to change their behavior a lot of times. So there's a lot of things that I tried to predict that they've just pulled the rug under my feet. Also, recently in a little exchange that I had with with the Bloodhunt, whoever was at the helm of the Bloodhunt, a Bloodhunt game Twitch account, when they came by into my channel to come and say hi, they said to me, we like to change things once in a while. We like to keep you on your toes. So far, I am not going to put even that forward. I'm just going to say keep an eye out. I'm not going to say like it should be this week because Learning's article means 1 week before patch. I don't know. Tobias, hello. Speaking of which, hello, Tobias. Currently recording. Yeah, we did look carefully at the teaser screenshot. Weren't you there just like not even 5 minutes ago when we looked at it? There's people that are speculating about a bunch of things. But hello, welcome. I'm currently recording. The team morale is high, and we are excited to continue working on Bloodhunt. Naturally, there are shared concerns about the slow growth of the game, but at the same time, everyone appreciates the opportunity to make Bloodhunt more into what we all want it to be. We have more updates planned going forward, and our direction for the next coming months is to improve what we can and keep on adding more cool things into the game that hopefully encourages you to keep playing. Hello, everyone. What I've been saying since before or during even when we got the December update, I've been repeating this all the time. There are plans for future updates. There are plans for the entirety of 2023, an ambassador has said. Again, because the Nemesis Pass does not have an end date, doesn't mean anything in regards to the future or the health of the game, especially right now. Like I said, Nemesis Pass doesn't have a date, doesn't have an expiry date, and we're getting a patch soon, an update soon. At some point, people like start putting 2 and 2 together, okay? The permanent pass means probably permanent pass. There's still some people that are talking about how it's an indication of other stuff. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. As long as there are players that are passionate enough about the game and that are actually playing it, the game will still continue to be alive. Not saying, they acknowledge this in this article. It's not sunshines and rainbows and that everything is okay and everything is fine. However, trust in the process. Trust in the process. If you are reading this paragraph here and saying, and your answer is to treat it with cynicism and sarcasm, maybe, I know it's winter, but maybe you need to touch grass. You can maybe dig the snow and go touch the grass that's underneath. It's not going to be like super satisfying. Maybe wait for spring. Maybe go make yourself a snowman. But yeah, right now this is as much as they can say, the way I interpret this is still saying we are still committed to this game. We've got more stuff for you in the future. We want to develop it into the game that everybody wants. Granted, we have different kinds of groups of people that want the game to be different kinds of things. Now, we all have to admit that at some point, we have to compensate. We're not going to get everything that we want, but we want an overall strong game that pleases most of everyone over here. So I'm just saying it. Yeah, if your reaction to this paragraph is to go like devs, then maybe just maybe rethink exactly what you're saying. Like, this is a commitment. So maybe it's not a commitment to getting like 25k players again once we had in the heyday when the game was released. Maybe not. But at least we're getting somewhere. If you like the game, if you like playing the game, and you want this game to perform, you want this game to be going well, this is the team telling you, yeah, this is what we want to. So, to finish, we thank all of you for feedback, and we keep sending out surveys to ensure that we keep making Bloodhunt in even better games, so stay tuned for more. Until then, see you at dusk. Let me look at what's been happening inside the chat, because since Tobias came in, you chatted a lot, everyone. Did anyone do okay? So yes, yes, isn't the articles a week before a patch? And Tobias to answer, on occasion in the past that may have been correct, but who knows? There you go. Mr. Mysterious. Oh my God, Mr. Mysterious. I think you got yourself. Hold on, let me screenshot this. Tobias Solem, Mr. Mysterious. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save this. I think just screenshot this just for future references. Just Mr. Mysterious. All right. Sorry, you don't like the game, you love it. Let's go. So yes, Mobstar Rockstar, agree. So that is it for the learnings. The learnings article. I think that there's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be hyped about this. Oh my God, Far! Thank you, thank you for the sub the sub for Tobias. I really appreciate it. Let's go. Sorry for anyone that's watching the recording. A little bit. That's what happens when I'm doing the stream live. Got some shenanigans happening. And also, thank you for the resub. Thank you very much, Far. Appreciate you. So that's it for the learnings article. We got a lot of stuff in there. It looks very promising. So yeah, update soon, patch notes soon, new gun, and they're still listening to our concerns. Again, another thing, saying that they're listening to our concerns. We've got 4 major points that they've added that they seem to come up from the feedback that they got from the December update. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with the feedback that they got this week from us, from you. Let's move on to a different topic. We have, well, it just so happens that we have the man himself, Mr. Mysterious. That was actually the part of the things I wanted to say. There's Tobias here. You've got the tweet right there. You can go in there. You can answer this for yourself. Should Bloodhunt do community highlight reels and publish occasionally on our TikTok and Instagram? What do you think, Bloodhunt fans? So, by this, what I understand is, hey people, you got those cool trick shots that you like to post on your TikTok and stuff? You've got all the your recordings of you making making the schmovement across Prague and all of this stuff, the funny things, the skillful things, and all of that stuff. Do you think that they should put that like on their official TikTok and Instagram, like featuring you? Would you want that? Go answer that. Go answer that tweet. Maybe also, if you're answering that tweet, then they already got your names in there. Hey, gonna hit back at you, get you a little bit of a thumbs up. I don't know. If people want that, there you go. There's a question. Hey, community stuff. I keep saying we need more community stuff. And it can't all be on Shark Mob's shoulders to do that kind of stuff for the Bloodhunt community. Like now, you know that they're working as best as they can to do many things, and I keep saying it's up to the community to do community things to help each other, like build themselves up. Okay. If it's the best of the community, then yeah, of course there's gonna be a screening process already. Like I'm pretty sure, but yeah, just saying. The link is right there. If you want to start having a discussion or something, there's your shot. There's the opportunity. I want to also mention, in terms of just news related to Bloodhunt, I've been waiting for this personally, we have our good friend, Meradin Unknown. Meradin, the Bloodhunt lore guy. Is Bloodhunt lore video guy, but he's also the Bloodhunt quest guide, octahedron guy. The guy that tells you that in the Steam guides for Bloodhunt, he's got the guides that are updated with all the stuff that you're trying to find to get your icons, to get your banners, and all of that sort of stuff. Get everything unlocked. He is the guy. I want to tell everyone, if you're watching this video or if you're currently here on the channel, go follow this guy. Go follow this man. Go follow on his Twitter. If ever there's any issue that pops up, or if ever there's any things that are related to quests, he is usually the first guy to let us know, hey, Talent Show Part 3, there's currently a bug, the devs are looking into it. He is the guy. He is in constant communications with some people that are taking at Sharkmouth that take care of quests and lore. He's also very active on the Bloodhunt Discord. So yeah, give him follow him. Also, the main thing why I'm talking about this is that he finally was able to make his video, his lore video about our Ventru, self-appointed Prince of Prague at this point. Hold on. Oop. There we go. Lore about M. The thing that held it back, the thing that held that video back was there was a last octahedron that seemed to be bugged for months and months, and that last octahedron held a big purport. We supposed that there was going to be a big secret about M that was going to be revealed in that last octahedron to finish a 5-part story that we got, like the lore stories that we can unlock. And he couldn't put that video out until we got that last bit of lore on M. And now he's got the full lowdown, the full story about M that is right there. So please, if you can as well, this is the video. I'm just gonna put it right there. Here's the video. Go watch that video. Go give it a like. Go subscribe. This is the guy that gives you all the info. Also, if you don't already know, where is it? He's done a video with the narrative team of Bloodhunt. Over here. Oh, there you go. There's a guy on the left here. This guy on the left, and we might know him. He might be in chat actually. There's video. He keeps us up to date with all the lore about the stuff that we can find in game, but also the grand lore, like the overall lore about what's happening in Prague, like, and taking in terms like of what's happening in the lore of Vampire the Masquerade. As well, we know that he is also currently working on the new V5 official World of Darkness V5 wiki for the section that is specifically about Bloodhunt. When that's going to be done, I'm going to make sure that I share the information with you. One thing that might interest you is especially the summer season story conclusion, where basically all the quests that you've been doing, you might not necessarily have a good perception or nice understanding of what's been happening while you've been doing all those quests. I highly recommend everyone takes a time to go watch this video. You would understand that everything that's been happening in the Elysium has been super spicy. Super spicy. It's the narrative team interview video that is in there. Oh, might as well just link it here. Oh, might as well just link there we go. Meradin Unknown videos. Boom, there we go. Reign of Terror, that is the octahedron that spawns inside a train cart, right? I believe that is. Oh yes, and your art piece is in that video. Markra's got an art piece that managed to sneak in the narrative team interview. That is great. But yes, the summer story, like it's a soap opera of spiciness where we find out that no one has clean hands in the current situation that's happening in the Elysium. So, okay, well, check Banshee. Go have a little talk with Meradin. I know he's very, very helpful. So yeah, get in contact with him. Maybe he can help you. Yes. So that is one thing. I'm super happy to see those videos happen. Meradin is actually going to says that he's going to be able to like get more videos out. This one he's been holding on to that one for quite a while. Another thing I want to keep repeating to people, because it seems to be important, and so far no one's been able to crack it, is that currently on Reddit someone started to put together a group to crack the code behind Omnis. There is a crypt, and there seems to be a coded message on the wall behind there. Some people have started to look into it, and yeah, so far no one's found a way to read that message in the back here. So I still want to, like, as long as this is still a mystery, I still want to keep announcing it to people. Hey, if you're good in code, go break the code here. Someone's been talking about maybe there's a cipher within a cipher or something like that. Maybe it's not that easy. So if you can help, there's already some people that already like wrote a bunch of things. Maybe you should go help them. There we go. Also, hey, we've got bezpart that's in here. We've got bezpart. So maybe you can give us a live update on this. I know you've talked about this like between each other. But in terms of tournaments and events, bezpart mentioned in December that he wanted to do a Bloodhunt Killrace win tournament over here. And he's been putting everything together. I know that, Bez, you've told me that setting things together in January was going to be an issue for you, that you're very busy. But everyone keep in mind that, Bez, as far as I know, you still want to do that tournament. You still want to get that tournament happening. So I don't know. We're gonna see. Get in contact with Bez, people. There you go. The tweet is right there. He's been tweeting a bit more details about that tournament. Hopefully, we're gonna see something happen with this. Also, like I said last week, maybe with the changes that have been coming with like PC and PS5, if those changes stay in the game for crossplay, maybe we can get some more tournaments happening. Maybe. So we're gonna see exactly what's gonna be happening, but more news. I'm busy this week for work, but okay. So say yes. Okay. So yes. So yeah, everyone, again, I keep repeating it. If you want some more stuff to be happening in the community, you have to do it. Put your stuff forward if you want to. If you're kicking around an idea to do something like in a community event or something, put it out there. Put it on Twitter. Put it on the Discord. Announce it like way in advance. So maybe I can give you a shout out here. Who knows? So far, every time I've seen someone come up with a tournament or like a little event, or some creative kind of thing to do with the game that is involving the community, and they put it out like enough in advance. So far, every time that someone's done that, apparently they got a little DM from some people that work at SharkMob and going like, hey, can we help you? Do you need some codes? Do you need some... Maybe we can help you? Maybe are you good with prizes? Do you want a little... a little promo or something like that? I don't know exactly what happens in those DMs, but usually it's been happening a lot of times. Every time that someone's done something, some codes have been given out to some winners and things like that. So again, if you're part of the community, you want to do something, go do it. You never know what's going to happen. And, we've got this game going on right now, so maybe first time that you put out something doesn't work out correct, like the way that you expect. That's okay. Do a second other versions. We're going to see what's going to happen in the future, So, who knows? I'm just saying, and as a word of warning to everyone, if you're planning to do an event or something, announce it like weeks in advance. Like, not in the same week. In the same week, you're not going to get like as many eyes as possible like on your event. Plan at least 1 or 2 weeks in advance and get it out there. Please keep solo changes as Stinto. I'm not a dev. I don't know. I can't do those things. There's someone that asked me to like add proximity chat to the game. I'm just like, first of all, I'm not interested. Second, I'm not a dev. But we do, Stinto, we do have someone that takes feedback that is currently in the chat, so I don't know. I thought it was some people think I'm a dev just because I answer some questions. Some people think. So yes, so that is all. That's all that I got in terms of news currently. So yeah. We're at the section where I let you know what happens now. So, yeah, what do we got? Well, we're going to wait this week. We're going to wait, or at least this week, or at least in the near future. We're waiting for the conclusions on the little test experiment that's been happening this week. If you are currently watching this live, again, want to remind you, if you've been playing the game significantly enough to feel that you've got some feedback to give, go give it on the Twitter, go give it on the Discord and the feedback channel. Go ahead. Like I said previously, if you don't speak up, they're gonna take the feedback that they got and they're gonna run with that feedback. There's some very vocal people inside the community. I don't know if you're gonna agree with all that they want to do with your game. So it's your game. Go give your feedback. Go make your voice heard. If you're staying silent, then your feedback is not necessarily going to be taken into account. Just letting you know. So yeah. Next Friday we got a new Twitch drop. We're gonna get some cool eyewear. And yeah, what do we have? Patch notes? An update? A date for the update? We don't know. What thing is absolutely... Oh, there we go. Sorry, confirmation here from Tobias. I want to make sure I point out. We've looked at Twitter, Steam forums, Discord, Facebook, some Twitch channels, etc. Most eyes are on Twitter and Discord, though. I know because that is what you've asked. In the post, you've said Twitter and Discord. So that's why I've been saying to people, go on Twitter and Discord, because that's what they said. But yeah, you look everywhere. Good. There's a certain person that I know, a person in the community that's going to be Interested in getting that response, let's say. I think we know what we're talking about. So yeah, one thing that's absolutely certain, and I've seen this from a few people that are working on the core vampire crew, or at least are working on Bloodhunt in some sort of, attached or not way. Everyone that came back from vacation seems to be like, the team seems to be very excited about things to come. And if we've got like the changes that we got this week and the little like ninja approach that we got this week, like if all that is a taste of things to come, I think we are in good hands. Like definitely, I'm very happy with the learnings article. I'm very happy with the attitude in general and the communication. If you're still cynical about the game, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, if you give your feedback, that's what they seem to be thriving on. If you don't give your feedback, they're just going to go with what they've got, with the current plans and the feedback from the people that are giving their feedback. That's what we got. The team seems to be very open to discuss like topics with them, as long as, of course, as you're respectful with them. They're still people at the end of the day. Okay? So people going to the office, doing a thing that they like. Harassment or telling them that they're bad devs isn't necessarily like going to entice a positive response or a response at all on their end. Just, if you treat people with respect, they treat you with respect in return. Usually that's kind of a good way to see it. But I think it's clear that we've established that we need to work with the Shark Mob team, with the Core Vampire crew, so that they can make the game better for all of us. And yeah, like I said earlier, the community is made out of different groups of people that want different things in the game. So again, keep that in mind. Some changes that they might add to the game may not be the kind of changes that you want or that interests you, but you can be sure that they are maybe in the wish lists of other groups of people for other reasons that you might not be thinking about. So, that being said, as a reminder to everyone, if you pick up on some details that might be interesting or that might be newsworthy, or like for me to report, or you've seen some interactions that you think I might find interesting to report, please don't hesitate to contact me. Let me know, give me screenshots of the convos or the links to the VODs or any of that stuff, because I can't be everywhere on every stream. There's only 24 hours in a day. And especially if I spend some of those days in the hospital, I can't pick up on everything. And Twitter's a mess also. So I'm doing the best I can. But if you can help, I'd appreciate all my DMs, like, and pretty much like everything. All my DMs are open. So please give me a follow on Twitch. The channel is growing. It's incredible. It's incredible. Like, I was just like a few weeks ago, I was just like, oh my god, I reached 250, and now we bust through the 300 follows recently. So I'm overwhelmed, but I like to see this. I appreciate it. Channel's growing. I appreciate everyone for joining up. And remember that when I stream Bloodhunt, you will always get the special drops. And I do code giveaways, such as, after I'm done with this recording, people that are online, please stay here. I'm gonna do a giveaway of a purple jacket code. So yes, please follow me also on my Twitter. I give a lot of information and a lot of status updates that I put on there. And that's it for us here. So, like I said, people on Twitch, please stick around. Everyone be kind to each other and be kind to yourself. Thank you for watching. And very hopefully, I will see you next week. Thank you.